Question of the morning. Smith Snowden, the latest Utes lead from Michigan. How are you feeling about Kyle Whittingham's Utah legacy?
He keeps playing where he ought to be not messing.
Send him some lyrics right now. Brett says, legend stepped away as planned, so Scally, coach and waiting, didn't get strung along even more. Killer opportunity with Michigan. Did what any decent coach with gas in the tank would do. And did it the way successful coaches do it, by building a killer staff. Good for him. Next man up at Utah, we're on the Scally train. Go Utes! Exclamation point.
Well, I do think that if they go 11-2 next year, it doesn't really matter. So winning pretty much solves anything. Whatever problem you got in terms of athletic competition, if you win, it's overlooked, doesn't matter, who cares? So hopefully for the Utes, when they take the field next year, they are as competitive in their games as they were this year. Obviously, they played 13 games, and except for one quarter, they weren't competitive. That's it. One quarter.
The fourth quarter, the Texas Tech game.
That is it.
4 quarters of BYU, competitive. Well,
I mean, the Kansas State game, I get it.
There were some non-competitive quarters, but those were all somebody else's problem. Yeah.
So when you think about it, so what is 13 times 4?
13 times 4 is 52, PK.
No, you knew that right off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, there's no way I couldn't have gotten that without pulling out my phone. So what'd you say, 54?
52.
52? So in 53 of them, they were competitive. Right? Just that one quarter? You see where I'm going there with the math?
No.
You don't?
I'm just blocking out your math now. It's just going to mess with me.
All but one quarter of the season. Not a quarter of the season. The literal 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. You play 15-minute quarters, right?
15-minute quarters.
Okay. I get confused between 12 and 15. And that's a really good season, as far as I'm concerned. I don't see how you argue otherwise. You didn't achieve the ultimate goal, but really there's only going to be one team that achieves the ultimate goal.
I get what you say that, but I think there are fans out there who will think, well, if they go 11-2 this year, if they'd had the players, which this doesn't necessarily work, but there are going to be people who believe if they had those players, they'd have gone 12-1. If they're 11-2 and they're not in the playoff,
then take away the players that they brought in.
Right. I know.
You can't have it. You can't have it just one way.
And whoever replaces Smith Snowden, I assume that player is going to come in and make plays, or they wouldn't have gotten to 11-2. So you'd lose the plays that player made.
So that's my line of thought on these defections. Now, there's another line of thought that, okay, yeah, this is the way of the world. This is business. Mm-hmm. But it's an unusual set of circumstances involving this business to where you had somebody who had an option back in 2004 to go to his alma mater where he grew up on the street, where his mother still lives, and his father-in-law lived there, his wife lived there, his father-in-law taught at the university, and still has family there, hardcore, and it meant something to him. And he turned it down for you and then stayed there and then took you through 3 conferences. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Takes you to the granddaddy. Not the Sugar Bowl, not the Fiesta Bowl, the granddaddy. And you were there. I was there, and many of yous were there because I seen you. And I was up there on that stage doing that thing for KSL TV, and Jeremiah and Sam were interviewing me, and I'm going to town, and they're screaming, cut, it's over. And I knew that, and Jeremiah's getting a look of fear and panic in his face, but I was going, and this was my time, and you weren't taking the mic away from me, man.
It was a noon show. It would be fine.
Yeah, but you should have I saw the look on his face, and I'd been in television enough.
That you knew the look.
Yeah. Like, we got to go. But I was just getting started, man. This was my moment to shine. I'm standing outside. Sun is shining. San Gabe's Granddaddy Rose Bowl we've all seen that. Everyone's taking their picture there. And he got you there, not once, but twice. And he was there 21 years. So you got to factor that in too, not some Urban Meyer fly-by-night coach who probably would have taken guys if the rules weren't where they could have immediate eligibility, but that wouldn't have mattered as much because he was just a guy who's a carpetbagger, man. He was here, and then he comes back, and he's here for Fox, and we're standing there. What did he say? Oh, this is my favorite place to go. Shut up.
He did say that.
Why don't you run for office, my gosh? You're so full of it.
There are a lot of people channeling what you just said there. Ryan says, Kyle gave 20-plus years to the U. He's a legend, and you can't fault him for taking players. Utah just had not had to deal with a losing coach since Urban, let alone losing one in this new era of college football. Go Scally, go Witt, go Utes.
Well, go home, some might say. So I understand. I don't have it, but I understand some of our listeners having the angst and hurt and conflicted feelings.
Peter's there with the mixed emotions. He meant so much to Utah for 30 years. His departure and move to Michigan does not seem to have been handled properly. I cannot blame any assistant coach or player for moving to Michigan. Sure is a step up in status. I don't believe Witt is or would break the rules, so no hard feelings. He could have been a figure in the Utah community for years to come, and that would seem to be gone now. Maybe after he retires from coaching, he'll be welcomed back.
Oh, I think there'll be a time there that will happen, but it's 10 years down the road now. At least minimum 5. And if he coaches the whole contract, that's 5 years. Well, you're not going to bring him back the next year. At that point, he's still got the aroma and scent of being a Michigan man, particularly if he has a lot of success, right? He won't have the duration of a Chamblackler or a Lloyd Carr.
But it doesn't mean he can't have the peak.
Right.
Especially in this era where teams are just going up and down so fast.
Yeah. So if he's winning 3 Big Ten titles and going to the playoff, and if things break right, winning the whole thing, he will be considered, I don't know, he'll be a legend in the coaching industry because you can already argue that he is. Maybe not a legend in Michigan lore, but he'll be an important figure. Anybody who wins a title will be at that place where they pack 100,000 every single game.
Well, you phrase this carefully. How are you feeling about Kyle Whittingham's Utah legacy? Because obviously he has a chance to create something in Michigan here. And obviously, as far as his national reputation, he's got a chance to further that.
It's already extremely high. The guy is universally loved.
Mm-hmm. And you could see it in the reaction to him taking the Michigan job.
Yeah, because he's always been so accommodating to these people. And media, we're nothing but dogs. You like us, and we're going to love you. And so he goes, and he's been everywhere. I swear Oprah's going to have a resurgence and bring him on. He's going to be on the couch.
He's been on a lot of national
He's been
platforms.
on every freaking national show.
You can Google him. Go watch them all.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, they all live at YouTube.
Every time I turn around, wow, I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I've heard the story like 1,000 times. It's now scripture. I keep reading it over and over again. I went to the Marriott last night, and there it was. I opened up the cabinet, the drawer there at bedside, and it was the Kyle Whittingham story.
DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Riley Jensen joins us at the top of the hour. We'll talk quarterback carousel with him. Get some playoff and title game picks, too. Tim Lacombe, Jazz analyst for SEG Media at 8:30. Stay with us.